Put a sweater
Hi,
on.
I'm James Lott Jr., and this is one of my little things that I do now because we're all at home and not really doing that much. I'm talking to all my friends, having conversations, and recording some of them. So you can get a glimpse into some of the things of how we talk, not everything, but some of the things of how we talk. And I'm glad to get to reconnect with people that I like a lot and love a lot, and I can't see them in person. So coming to you from another part of Los Angeles, and me from Inglewood, you know her if you're fans of us, or you're a Hardy, or you're a Hallmarky, or you liked what's those shows we did? What shows you did? Oh my God, man, I'm thinking all
Once upon a time.
about time and just other things,
Movies.
movies, movie reviews, books.
Anything.
Marisa Serafini,
Hello, everyone.
hey girl,
Yes. Hi, James.
I
Hello,
think
hello. I was
awesome.
so excited. You're like seriously the only plan I've had for the last like 2 weeks. You're the only one I had to like schedule in my actual calendar. Like, all right, do this today. Everything else, like, I'd wake up and I'd be like, what am I gonna do today? I don't know. I literally have no concrete plans, and it's kind of great
Everybody's
because
saying it to me. They've been saying, like, James, you're like our major plan this week. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad I could provide an hour or so of your life, I guess,
yeah, there you go.
for the week. I don't know.
It's something to look forward to.
Well, I was going to ask you. I was asked my guest, like, how are you doing? But basically, you're telling me that how you're doing. I mean, you're not working at the moment. You're not in the office at the moment, correct?
No, I am not. I've been out of work for 2 weeks now, which is actually been good. It hasn't really changed my lifestyle because I'm such a hermit crab anyways, that like literally my day-to-day plans hasn't really changed all that much, except for the fact that the only time I have to go out is when I have to go to the bank to get more money or go to the grocery store to get my food. But I don't even eat a lot anyways. I only eat once a day, so it's not like I need a lot of food also. So again, my regular daily routines hasn't changed all that much,
Yeah,
except for going outside every like 10 minutes or so.
yeah. I told somebody the other day, I said, I don't eat a lot anymore either. So my food actually is lasting. So I had to replenish maybe once, but I had it delivered. I didn't go out, but I was like, I don't eat that much anyway. So my food actually is lasting. I did a Uber Eats the other day, the first one I did. I did all the precautions. I opened it up outside. I changed the containers. I washed them. I did all that stuff. But I made that lunch last 3 meals. I
Oh
split
wow.
it in half. Oh yeah, it was good. Whoa. So it's a place called Pita Cafe. They're all over Los Angeles, and it's Mediterranean. So what I got is a big giant thing of kebabs. They were filet mignon kebabs, and so I got that. They give you like 7 or 8 of them. Then you get rice, hummus, and a big giant salad. So I split that in half, had that for lunch, that for dinner. Then I had leftover salad the next day, and I put tuna in it. And I had it home and made it a third meal. So I took that one meal and made it into three.
Wow, that sounds very resourceful.
That's it. But also, I don't eat a lot. I mean, I've been eating a lot. I've lost 10 pounds since I've been home. I'm really impressed with myself.
Good. I feel like I've actually eaten more because I'm home.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And like there's just food there, usually because I'm always out and about and working and not thinking about food until I actually have to eat and someone tells me to eat something. I'm like, okay, fine.
That
But
is
then
purpose. That is
but
purpose.
now being stuck in one place and being surrounded actually food available to me immediately, I was like, okay. So I feel like I'm snacking more, but I'm running every once in a while, to burn the calories that I just consumed. But I feel like I'm actually eating more, which actually is not good.
Folks, I tell you, she's right. I was asking, have you eaten today? I come in later after the bus. Have you eaten? Yeah. Or I said, I'm going to Panda Express. Do you want something? Like, I've eaten all day. But seriously, she's the type of person who doesn't run her life. Like, that's not you at all. I know that's not her at all. So if you're eating more, that says a lot.
It says something. No, seriously, Ben and Jerry's non-dairy ice cream is going to be the death of me.
So
It's so good.
It's
It's
so
so good.
good.
I actually kind of just discovered it this last week. I'm like, oh my god, where has this been my entire life?
Yes,
Like Ben and Jerry has non-dairy. What?
they do, and it's good. It's good.
I haven't had ice cream. Seriously, this is the first time I had ice cream, probably in the last 4 years.
Wow. So it's not your go-to food. You don't do.
Well, no, like because I'm so lactose intolerant that I just got so used to not even thinking about eating it at all. Once you don't do something for a very long time, you don't think about it.
That's true.
And I know, again, just being stuck in one place, I was like, man, I want ice cream, you know? And then obviously looked it up and saw that their Ben and Jerry had non-dairy. I'm like, oh, I need this in my life, and it's great. It's fantastic. I'm like, this is gonna kill me if I just keep eating this.
Yeah, because the sugar
But it's so
content's
good.
still there. The sugar content is still there. It's just no
I
dairy.
know, I
You
know.
know?
And I was reading the back of it. It says like 380 calories per 3/4 of a cup. I'm like, this is a whole pint size. I mean, shoot, this would be my whole diet for the week. It's so seriously, that's why I say it's gonna kill me.
Yeah, it is. I know.
But
I know.
it's so good. It might be worth it.
It might be. Well, that's why I haven't had any in my house because that one and Lactate has a brand that's so good, and Breyers has a brand that's really good. Also, they have vanilla and chocolate, and they are lactose-free dairy ice cream, and I can eat it because it's lactose-free.
Wow,
But
look at that.
again, the sugar is still high, so it's like,
Right.
and it tastes so good. It tastes
It's
so
like one thing. If you can't have one thing, it's something else.
It's something else. That's completely it. So you're at home. Are you doing any creative stuff these days? I mean, I know you're a creative person also.
I am actually. I haven't edited anything, and I was just thinking. I was like, I should edit videos. I now have time, but like my music videos that all the
Yeah,
Hardys and stuff.
yeah.
I was like, I should do more of that, but I haven't done it because it takes like 5 6 days to fully do and direct my attention to. But now that I have the time, why not? I've been photoshopping every
Okay.
once in a while, just like going back to my basics of what I used to do, like, I don't know,
Yeah, I
10,
saw your
13 years
post on
ago
that. I saw your
when
post
I
on that
used to.
actually.
Yeah, thank you. Because we were watching Tiger King, me and my boyfriend, we were
I'm
watching
watching it
Tiger
now
King.
too.
I'm
I'm
like,
watching it now.
oh my God. It's like, seriously, my IQ just dropped entirely. It was awful. I'm like, what am I watching?
I feel the same
And
way.
then and so like it was so bad for me. He enjoyed it. I don't know. But I was like in torture. And I was like, okay, babe, we have to watch something, smart. And so I forced him to watch Sherlock.
Oh,
And so
okay.
we've been
Okay.
watching me rewatching Sherlock. And then I was like, Sherlock is just such a brilliantly um, video. God, I can't even think. It's such a brilliantly shot
Ah,
film,
mhm.
visually, and the color scheme and all that. So, like, I just took like some screenshots from the show and did something creative just to, get my creative mind going. I've also been coloring.
Oh yeah, but okay, really,
I got a
okay.
coloring book, yeah. But it's a 3D optical illusion coloring book. It's kind of like an adult coloring book, but in 3D looking. It's
Wow.
pretty cool, actually.
So
Yeah, I bought
the
color
book is a regular book
pencils and
like
all that.
it's a regular book like something like this with paper in it, and it has a image on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Here, let me grab it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
grab it.
One
I want
sec.
to look. I'm very curious.
One sec. Pause,
Uh,
ladies and
very curious. What do we do now? Okay.
gentlemen. Art
Oh,
and Edge
Crayola.
optical. Yeah, optical illusion. But the cool thing is
Oh, I
like
can see it. I can
it's
really see it.
it's trippy,
It is trippy.
but like
Wait, how can you focus on it when you're coloring?
I don't know. Like my first one I did, and like I did it late at night too. And I don't suggest to anyone doing it late, especially when you're tired and your eyes are already like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
failing you.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm blind. I'm
Yeah.
wearing
I know how
glasses.
it is.
So I did this one at like
That's so pretty. Oh,
10 p.m. at night, and I was tired. I was like, okay. My eyes were starting to go, and I was like, don't ever do this late at night
wow. It's
when you're tired.
beautiful.
But it's cool, right?
The 3D coloring book. You can totally see it.
So,
What a trip.
and I did a frog. So if you uh if you squint and stuff, the frog is like outside of the pages.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
it's
Oh,
like
what a
the,
trip.
the 3D illusion and stuff.
Yeah,
So
what a trip. I never heard it before. Never heard it before.
yeah, so I've been like trying to do creative things. Like I have a general like mental list of what I like to do, like per day, because I can't just like do the nothing every single day. But I like to think I could do something creative like photoshopping or coloring, and then something intelligent like reading, reading something or learning something. Like yesterday, I was reading about Greek mythology, just because I was watching Jeopardy again a couple of days ago, and there was a whole category on Greek mythology. I was like, I used to know Greek mythology so well.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I used to read all about it, but I like completely forgot just about everything. So I was rereading up on Greek mythology, and just learning something new. And then have my balance of movies and TV shows that I'm catching up on, movies that I probably have already seen or haven't seen. So just like a balance of a lot of different things. Something smart and intelligent, something learning, something creative, something artistic, whatever.
I've been telling people, so you've been in my house, my big rooms. I have a big room, it's really long. So I have set up my puzzle station. I'm
Nice.
doing a puzzle, The Mandalorian with the baby, little baby
I
Yoda.
thought someone gave that to you. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so I'm doing that one in one corner. Then I set up my paint corner. I'm painting again. For the first time in 3 years, I started painting again.
Nice.
So I have a little corner for that, because I have a big long room, so I can do that. And then behind me, of course, is my keyboard and my microphone, so I'm doing my music
There
over
you go.
here. And then
I put my keyboard in storage.
just in storage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to put it in my storage unit. It was just taking up a lot of space, and that was when I was like working, and really wasn't playing my keyboard, so I just put it in storage
Yeah. So
right
mine's
now.
sitting out there.
And
And then I
now I
have
wish I
my
took it out of storage. It'd give me
Yeah,
something
I
to
can
do.
play it. Yes. And this is my office. So I have my office. So I have like my section set up for things, and I have my garden. So I go out in my garden and I garden. So
There you go.
like you, it's like I try to balance it out too I do these interviews and they're good, but then I do something mindless over here, and then also I'm reading too. I'm reading and I'm also writing, and so I like to switch it all up. I have all this time. I don't have to do the puzzle done in 2 days. Like I don't have to rush it. And in a
Right.
way, I'm on purpose not rushing it. I just kind of want to take my time and do it.
How big is the puzzle? Is it
500
500?
pieces.
1,000? Nice. I have a puzzle that's 1,000, and I was burning through it real quick. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 2 days, and I was almost done with it. That I actually put it on pause, and then I went back home to visit my family for summer vacation, and I never picked it back up. I was like, now's the time to do it because I never took it apart.
Yeah.
So it's still in the open, and I could probably finish it now. It's so big though. That's the problem. It takes up space,
That's what I'm saying. For
and
me,
I
I
live in
want to
a
get.
small
I
space.
used to do 1,500 ones. I used to puzzle all the time, but I need a
Mhm.
space for it. I mean, you're right. That's the point. It's like I need a table big
It's the
enough.
space.
It's a space. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
because mine is it's a poster size.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, no, makes
Yeah, it's like a 24 by 34, I think, or maybe it's 24 by, I don't know. It's 24 by something. It's a big puzzle, so it needs a lot of space. So
I'm looking at mine. Mine's on a 6 foot table, so it's fine at the moment. But yeah,
yeah,
it's
mine's right down here. it's it's Beauty and the Beast.
there you go. There you
Avi,
go.
of
Yeah,
course.
yes, I love that. So, but yeah, so I've been kind of harkening back to old times. Like, oh, I can do this. I'm doing that. Like, I used to love puzzles. I used to love painting. I used to love. I'm like, when I can do it, I mean, I have the time. I can totally do it. And
Oh yeah.
when the mood swings, I just go that direction. Like, okay, now I'm gonna paint now, and then I start painting. It's a lot of fun. So I mean, it's
Yeah, I wanted to paint. I actually went to Target and was looking for paint by numbers, but they didn't have any, so that's why I got the coloring book instead. I actually went originally for a paint by number because I used to do those all the time when I was a teenager.
yeah,
All the time. I had like maybe one or two a
yeah.
year for like 5 years.
Wow. Do you find them in the
Yeah.
kids section or in the kids section? Where do you find them?
Well, I was looking everywhere. I was looking in the craft section where like by the paint and office supplies area. It wasn't there. And I also went to the kids section where the coloring part
Yeah.
wasn't there either.
You
So
know where they probably
Target
are.
crapped out on
You know they
me.
probably are, and I don't even go there now because I mean they're gonna be closed. I don't know, but Michaels
Michaels has it.
or
No, I
Joanne,
know. I originally wanted to go to Michaels, but I was like, they're not essential.
they're not
What
essential.
what was the other place?
Joanne's,
Joanne Fabrics.
Joanne's
Yeah, they might
Fabric, but
have
they
it,
have other stuff. They
but
have
they're
all the paint.
probably not open
I
either.
know, but either I know they have
Yeah.
paint supplies. They have all this stuff that I get there sometimes. It's sometimes really good prices too, but they have.
Right. I wanted to go to Michaels, but
I know.
I figured I'd settle for Target instead. But
That's
I
right.
went to 3 Targets and they didn't have it. That's how much I wanted to paint. I was like, I
I
just
get,
want
no,
to
I
paint.
get it. I get. You're at home now, so you're like, well, I want to do something.
Right. Well,
Why not?
like that'll pass 2 days.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of funny. So now, so you're watching. So again, for me, TV is overwhelming right now. When I say TV, I put it in quotes. It's gonna be Hulu, Netflix. I have Disney Plus. I have CBS All
Oh yeah,
Access.
I have it. I have
Yeah,
it all. I don't have CBS actually.
yeah. Because my
I
brother got
have
it for
HBO
Picard.
and
He got it for Picard. So we kind of kept it. We're kind of looking at other stuff. But there's
got it.
so much. There's so much. Like I mean, I finished The Mandalorian recently, and I watched this show called Hentified, which I know two of the people in it. And I started Tiger King.
Mm.
And so I'm on episode 3, and I'm just
Isn't it
like,
awful? It's awful.
it is bad.
I had to give up. I gave up at 5. I gave up at 5. And like even devoting 5 hours of my life to watch that was enough. And I agreed with my boyfriend. I was like, you can finish it. I can't anymore.
People like watching train wrecks. That's what I'm realizing. Why
I
everybody's
know.
talking about it. They
It's
love a
awful.
train wreck, don't they? And they love people who look weird and talk crazy. And I think it's just escapist right now because people don't want to see the real stuff right now. So it's
Oh,
kind of
it's
like,
definitely escapist. But I was this is gonna be terrible, but it's also very true. But you've seen it, I think, up to this point, so I can say, it'll totally make sense to you. But I
spoiler for
was
anybody,
telling him,
spoiler for
no,
anybody, spoiler for anybody. Go ahead.
no, I was telling someone else. I was like, Big Cat Rescue is AfterBuzz TV and for clothing.
How funny. That's so funny.
If you've seen the show, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Exploitation of volunteers, not getting paid, and giving all your free time on holidays, not getting paid, exploitation of volunteers. I can say it over and over again. It's legitimately AfterBuzz TV and for clothing. I said it.
She said
And
it.
yeah, and you know what's funny? Yesterday was April 1st. It was
Yeah.
literally, and I was thinking about it, it's literally my 1-year anniversary of freedom.
Wait a minute, it's been a year?
Been a year. April 1st was my first day
Wow.
away. March 31st was my last day. And April 1st was my...
We came in, all of a sudden you were gone. So
yeah, exactly.
That's the story. It was like we came in and we're like, "Where's Marissa? What's going on?" And no one was talking. We're like,
well, I left so fast. / they kicked me out so fast. So.
Well, Phil too. Same thing. We didn't know he left either until he made his statement later. Like,
people only knew he left because he made a statement. But I'm not that kind of person. Yeah, and I just kind of like Irish goodbye them.
It was crazy. It was like, where
but
is
like they had no respect to say anything about my leaving after working for 7 years with them.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
That part was sad. I know that was. They should have said. I agree. You should have said something. And I'm still that plus TV, of course. I do one show a month, but I still feel like they should have said something. With you and Phil, they should have said something to her. They should put out a statement, and they didn't. So that's kind of sad. I do.
Yeah, they were like, "Thank you, next."
Yeah, so that's kind of sad.
But yeah, it's been a year. It's been completely a full year.
That's crazy.
And I've never been happier.
That was good. And when you did my show, Extra Connections, people were telling me, he goes, she does look happier. Like she looks more relaxed. Tony Moore, buddy, said this, and he goes, wow, she looks great. Like she just looks so relaxed. And like I'm like, well, she is. She was speaking the truth. She feels, we leave situations, you do feel better. I mean, it's kind of what happens.
I do. It's like the whole weight is off my shoulders. I don't have to stress as much anymore. I don't feel tied to anything, like tied with unnecessary obligations, and I'm not begrudgingly doing something because I'm staff,
Yeah.
Like I would do things only because it was my job.
Yeah.
So not anymore.
But it actually leads into, speaking of television AfterBuzz, a lot of the Hardys, they miss us. We love the Hardys. We do. We love you. They miss us. And one of the things I want to ask you, are you watching When It Comes to Heart this season?
Of course.
That's a rhetorical question. That's what we're
Yeah, no, of course I have been. But admittedly, because of this whole quarantine thing, it's been messing with my system, like my days. And admittedly, I just watched it and live tweeted this past Sunday, so a few days ago. Yeah. But the 2 Sundays before that, I had and this is going to sound terrible, I had completely forgot it was Sunday. I completely forgot it was airing. And I was like already watching a movie or doing something else around the 5 p.m. time on Sunday. And then I didn't remember until after the fact. I was like, oh crap, When Calls the Heart just aired and I missed it. I missed the whole live tweeting. Yeah. Like, I did it for 2 episodes and that never happen because, we always had the after show, so, like, I never had to worry that I was gonna miss it, but
But I
I've
agree
been
with
so
you.
relaxed
I agree
and
with you that
not thinking
let's
about
talk
it.
that for a second. I agree with you for the days because I know for me, luckily that I'm doing these interviews now, I'm kind of knowing what time it is because now it's lighter later too. So there are
Yeah.
times when I go, it's 7 o'clock. I should eat something. It's so bright outside. I'm thinking, oh, it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Oh no,
Nope.
it's 7. So I agree the time is just like, is it Saturday? Is it Tuesday? I mean, like, because normally we have structured lives where everything is predicated on a schedule, and now it's like
Alright, yeah.
not really. So I understand that completely.
No, absolutely. I mean, I used to be a person who would schedule my day down to the hour, down to
And
the
here, oh,
15 minutes. I
and
would
here,
I would put in like a 15-minute buffer from one thing to the next, and that was it. I was back to back every single day. I mean, you can look at my calendar. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
But since
same
this
here.
quarantine, it's thrown everything off.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Um,
It's crazy.
so
But,
I
like,
want I
this is January.
wow, there you go. I love it.
This
Color
is
coded.
February.
Yay.
This is March, and then that's when quarantine started to happen.
Oh yeah, it's like empty. Okay,
It's
folks.
like it's like completely color coordinated, and then quarantine happened, and then this is April.
So
Nothing
folks,
scheduled.
she's new school. I'm old school. Look at mine. And this is the core. This is April. Usually it's filled to the gills.
Right.
For me, for me especially, I do 10,000 things. So like January, this was January. I mean, it was busy. It's like, but now I don't have that anymore. It's like, what's going on? I'm like, my February was filled. It's like it's such a weird thing not to have
It is.
anything really happening. I mean, besides these interviews. So there's lots of time kind of doing. So I get that complete the whole daytime. But I'm just saying this it's lighter later. I would talk to my sister. I go, oh yeah, I am hungry. I ate like 4 hours ago. Okay, I guess I know, but it's 8 o'clock. I don't want to eat late because I'm trying to eat late. But like it's so sunny outside at 7 o'clock. I'm like, oh, so I understand it completely, of course.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about just because it was the thing I've been waiting for, and I actually talked to Aaron Buckholtz and Eva Bourne online. The wedding happened. The wedding that
Yeah, the
I've
wedding
been
happened.
waiting for this last Sunday. What did you think of the episode?
I thought it was cute. It was very sweet. I'm glad there wasn't any like crazy beauty storylines that really happened, like when Jack and Elizabeth got married.
Yeah.
Remember that they lost the rings. Bill
Yes,
had to
yes,
go
yes,
had the shootout at this random place outside in the woods, and we're like, we give no craps about that storyline.
yes.
So I'm glad like there wasn't like any other crazy beeline storylines. I thought it was very sweet, very emotionally touching. I love the whole father-daughter dance. I was like, and there was a moment when I was watching it. I was like, man, a couple years ago, I was like so against this, but now I'm like all for it because that was when I was like, I don't trust Jesse. Watch
You
it,
didn't. You didn't. I know you
And
didn't.
I was like, I'm just looking out for my girl, Claire.
Yeah,
Just don't get your heart broken again by this dude because we don't know who he is.
yeah.
And now, like, so I had that moment. I was like, man, there was a time I wasn't for this relationship, and now watching their wedding, I'm like, oh, it's great.
Well,
So I
Aaron.
think
Aaron posted. Go
it
ahead.
was very
Go ahead.
well done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aaron
it
posted.
was very well
He goes, and James, you've always been a fan of his. I have rooted for him from the beginning. I always thought there's a good redemption story in there. And I'm
done. Yes.
so glad they did go that direction. Because, there were times we thought maybe they're not going that direction, which you would call out. And I was like, I'm glad they went that direction. We actually did see, and this is a great thing about, having a series of over seasons. We got to see their growth. We know where she came from the beginning and losing her husband and then just
Hmm.
seeing the growth of just kind of how they came together and the push and pull and gender roles back then and what does that mean? And it's been a very interesting relationship, and I'm so glad that they've actually fleshed it out. So the wedding was very satisfying to me.
Oh, very satisfying. And I also liked how they went with Clara's emotions and how she would feel considering she was already married. She has been
Uh,
there. She had made the same promise to another man beforehand. And is it like not saying betrayal, but just that feeling of conflict? Like I've already done this, and I don't know if I should or can do this again for another man. I thought that was very realistic, and I like that aspect.
I'm going to say something maybe a little controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because you
I don't,
always have to.
I don't know what people feel about this or not, but I thought one thing I wish in an alternate universe could have happened if it hadn't happened in real life. I thought if Abigail had been there, just another emotional beat could have been played too. I mean, I love the wedding; everything was great, but I was sad that that couldn't have been played also. That she could have been like, yeah, you were married to my son. The whole thing. I just think there was
Right.
a beat that I wish could have been played, and Lori would have done a great job, obviously. And if Cody was, I just felt like it's. I wish that on Milton Universe that could have been in there somewhere, and I know that.
Right. I like that, and I also wish that Pastor Frank could have came back
Yes, I thought the
because there
same
was
thing.
yeah, because they had 2 episodes saying, like, "We may not have a pastor, we may not have a pastor. The pastor is coming late, we might not have him." And then Pastor Zeke showed up and, I mean, did the ceremony, but, like, honestly, nothing was memorable about Zeke. So
No,
why have this quote unquote issue of trying to find a pastor when, like, literally nothing was fleshed out afterwards?
I
It's
agree.
like you
I
could,
agree.
if you had made a bigger issue that they couldn't find a pastor and then they got Pastor Frank to come back,
I agree.
that would have been it more satisfactory to, like, their whole issue. But, like, Zeke did nothing.
Not really anything. I agree with you that completely. But I was hoping Pastor Frank would show up. I was hoping
Right.
that was going to be like all of a sudden you see Mark Humphreys walk to the door. They actually plays him. And be like, it'd been great.
And it would have been good. And obviously, we don't know exactly how it all happened when they let Mark Humphrey go. So we don't know. That's probably why.
Yeah,
It might be another reason why he couldn't come back.
yeah.
But I thought it would have been a nice touch if Frank was there too.
Right. And also the other thing I want to ask you your opinion about kind of is Elizabeth obviously and the potential suitors that she could have. I feel like I'm watching the Hardy's audience start to soften and start to say they want to see her with one or the other or this one or Nathan. I'm seeing. I thought it might take them longer because they were so much Jack and Elizabeth fans.
I know.
What are your feelings on that?
I still think it's too soon
Yeah,
because honestly, I mean, I like Chris McNally and Kevin McGarry. I like their characters, but they totally do not have to be with Elizabeth right now.
sure.
Elizabeth is fine with ensemble that she surrounds herself with. She
Yeah,
doesn't need to be in a relationship. Like you don't have to be with someone else to define who you are. Define who you are. Um, and I think just the Jack and Elizabeth relationship was like so huge for 5 seasons, and it's only you know season 6,
yeah.
7,
Seven.
6. Oh my God! Oh
Come on, girl. I don't.
yeah.
We're not in the business
Numbers.
right now. So that's what's
Yeah,
going on. Yeah,
numbers. I should know this by now.
yeah.
7. That it's just. I still think she doesn't have to be in a relationship right now. She's totally fine on her own.
But
It doesn't.
here's
I don't think it would add anything or subtract anything from her life.
a question for you because you are dealing with a period piece. Didn't they back then have to be with them? I mean, wasn't that whole thing? They were into relationships. I wonder. I just wonder. I agree with you, but I just wonder if that's why they're going that direction. Because the period piece, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I mean, if you think about most of the women in Hope Valley are widowed,
That's
and
true. That's
but
true.
you never see them with another man, anyways.
That's true.
But granted, they are older than Elizabeth,
Right.
but again, I think that just hones in on the fact that like she doesn't have to be in a relationship right now.
Okay. Like that.
And
So
I
I was
think
thinking.
just the whole love triangle thing is tired. It's tired. I said it seasons ago on our after show. It's like it's tired. I don't want to see a triangle because it's done.
It's very soapy. Um,
It is,
it is.
and but
People
unlike
like that
we
sometimes.
don't.
I can no, actually I agree with you. I mean, I for me, I said let's have the season play out. Not agree with anybody yet. Maybe next season begin to show interest maybe more in one or the other. But I feel like this season, yeah, continue just like don't be with anybody this season. Just keep going. That's how I
Right,
feel.
and obviously there are more hints that she's leaning towards Lucas,
Yeah, Lucas, yeah.
but I don't know.
There are Nathan fans out there too, so I don't know. I mean, I don't, you know.
I know there are a lot of Nathan fans too, but if you think about it, if she goes with Nathan, it's also like she has a type, Monty's.
Yes.
Okay, we've seen it.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes.
We've seen it. So I think that's why they might be leaning Elizabeth closer to Lucas because he is so different from what Jack was.
Yes, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that's the only thing. Just personality-wise, character-wise, he's so different from what Jack was. Because if he went towards Nathan, it'd be like Jack in different clothing, a little bit.
Okay, yes, I can see that. Okay, I can see that. Almost like a carbon copy. Not so much though, but like
Yeah, a little bit. But like the principles are the same. Obviously, they're different. I'm not comparing
yeah.
Nathan, or I'm
No,
not
oh no, no,
comparing.
no, not at all. She's not. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you're saying you're not saying carbon copies. You're not comparing the two. You're just saying that they're both Mounties as a type.
Well, they're the Mounties, but like the characters and principles and values are the same. Like they're both really good guys that look out for the betterment of everybody else. It's the same type of personality
Yeah.
that I think Elizabeth is attracted to. So if you go towards Lucas, who's a little bit more mysterious, enigmatic, I think that's a little bit more appealing to him or to her, because it is so different from the Jack type.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that completely. The show's good. I'm very happy it's on there. Are you happy they put When Hope Calls on the regular channel? It's so funny. I'm like, they finally
Yeah,
have the
I'm
regular
like,
channel.
thank God, because I'm recording it. Honestly, I watched like the first episode. I haven't
Same here. I haven't
like
been to DVR. I haven't watched
I haven't like rewatched the rest of the
it.
episodes,
Yeah,
but I
so,
rewatched the first episode when it aired back to
me
back
too.
because it's there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's on DVR. I'm like, yes.
Yes, I did. And I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna binge watch them at some point. I just haven't watched them all yet.
Right.
We do that. And how you feel about this whole? Let's show Hallmark movies. Let's get everybody happy, and they're all like Christmas movies. Let's like do all that again. I love when they made that announcement. They want to do
I
that.
love it, because I was talking with my boyfriend. He's like, "How many movies does Hallmark have?" I'm like, "You don't even know."
Oh, you don't even know.
I was like, "People love the Christmas movies so much that they're airing the Christmas movies now. It's great, and I'm not complaining.
I know
We
you're not.
love it.
You
I'm
and my
part of that.
mom. I know you guys
I'm
aren't.
part of that crazy crowd that loves it." So
Well, I understand it. I do understand the feeling, the warmth you get watching these movies. We need that right now to kind of escape from whatever the realness is going on. So I get it. I mean, I get why. I thought it was a genius move on Hallmark. I'm like, sure, why not?
well, it keeps people watching their channel
Yeah, it does. You can also
because Man Calls the Heart only airs 10 weeks. What are they going to air afterwards? Good Witch? Not admittedly, not a lot of people watch Good Witch. So like really their bread and butter are the movies. Their
so I mean,
mystery movie,
are they
their
still doing
Christmas
Chesapeake
movie.
Shores? Are they still doing that one?
Yeah, I still watch it. I'm not
Okay.
doing the after show.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they're still doing it. Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't
Yeah,
watch any of the others, so I just I just, I just
that's a summer show. So they
oh,
do Man Calls the Hearts in the winter, Good Witch is after that, and then Chesapeake Shores is after that.
got it. Okay, got it. And
Yeah.
then they have their Christmas in July. I think coming up. I think they have that coming on, and
Yeah, exactly. So like Chesapeake Shores ends October, and then what starts in October? Christmas movies. No, I know the Hallmark year. Trust me.
I know you do. I love it. I know you do. Yeah. I did watch a few of them. I did watch a few of the Christmas movies. I watched a few of them. I watched the ones with Aaron in them. I watched those. That's
Yeah,
it.
of course.
I watched that. I love that series.
Yeah, okay, did you see the Sense and Sensibility and Snowman one?
No,
Did you watch that one?
no, I didn't.
You should. I
It's
mean, it
good.
was an Aaron movie, and you say you watched the Aaron movies, and you
I
didn't.
do. I should watch it. Yeah.
Caught you. I caught you.
Look, I know,
You
but
should
it's
watch it.
funny because she was in something else too. I didn't see, and I saw it. I forgot when I saw it like a couple months ago. I was like, I didn't see this, and I watched her in something else. I can't remember what it was.
Mm.
So I can't remember what it was. It was something
Oh,
else.
the summer one. The summer.
Yeah. Yes, it's like that. Yeah, I caught
I
that.
didn't get the summer one because I didn't have TV at the time.
Okay. Okay.
So I saw the Christmas one. I didn't see the summer one. That was like her as a cowboy or
Yeah,
cowgirl
no,
or
yeah.
something
I
with
was like, what's
horses.
this? That's why I ended up watching it. It was good. I liked it. It was good. I ended up watching it. It's a good
Yeah,
way to
and
watch it, so I like watching it.
yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. So do that.
I'm
Uh,
I'm very behind on Hallmark movies, believe it or not.
well, do you guys have a
'Cause
DVR or are you just catching them when they're on?
I'm catching them when they're on and technically using
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sling TV.
I know
Yeah,
folks like Sling. I know folks like Sling TV. I think
yeah,
Cameron has it. Cameron Lewis has it. They like Sling TV.
yeah. So that's the only time I get to catch it.
Yeah.
It's Sling.
What do
I
you
don't
watch?
have it like actual TV cable box, but
What are you watching on Hulu these days?
um,
Watching any old
let's
stuff?
see. I'm just mostly Hulu's like all my recent shows that I'm catching up on. So like
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy, Stumptown. Just started watching Zoe's Playlist. Oh, it's
I just
fantastic.
started too. I have all my
Oh my god,
DVR.
it's so good.
I love it. I love it. I just started watching
Isn't it amazing?
it. It is. I just
I
started
like
watching
downloaded the whole album after the first episode. I'm like, I'm so for this show. It's
it.
so
Yeah, me
good.
too.
Um, let's see, Stumptown, Grey's Anatomy, This Is Us, Will and Grace.
Yes, yes, yes.
I keep up with my FBI show that's on CBS. I have to go to the CBS website to watch it. Um,
Are you an SUV fan?
no, I never really got into it because I watched a few episodes and it was like sad as hell.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like,
I, I,
I don't know, it's a
I
little
just
too
saw that.
sad.
I just saw that that Chris Maloney's going to play his character on another spinoff. Though. Like he's not going to play it on SUV. He's going to play Stabler on something else. I know. I know if you were a fan. I can remember if you were. I know. Yeah, girl Yale is. I know that. But I know if you were.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, loved
It's
that show.
huge. Yeah.
I've watched a few episodes, but they're like a little too
Too much for me.
emotionally wrecking for
Yeah,
me.
they're too much for me. I love My God Friended Me. I love that show so much. I
The
love
which one?
God Friended Me on CBS.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember that.
so. I thought for like this little hokey premise, whatever. It's like every week I love it. I mean, it's in the second season. It's so inventive. It's so feel good. I'm very impressed with CBS for airing something like this. I couldn't believe it. So you guys are not watching God Friended Me. It's really good. I was at the message. There's always twists and turns. Diverse cast, very diverse cast. Set in New York. I love it.
There you go. So it's still on.
It's still
Right.
on. No, it's totally still on.
I never
It's
watched it.
Sunday nights. I watch it Sunday nights. I do yarn. It's so
Sunday.
good. I love it so much. I mean, I'm very impressed with it. I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Okay.
It's one of those shows that I like. In the same
Nice.
vein as the shows that we kind of like. I'm a Waltons fan and Little House on the Prairie and Seventh
Oh
Heaven.
yeah.
I was that kind of person. So God Friended Me kind of fits in there. Kind of fits
Okay. Yeah, I never really got into it. Other shows on Hulu, I was thinking, oh yeah, they finally put Nip Tuck on there. I'm like, yes. So
Nip Tuck. Oh my God! I saw all those. Oh my
oh
goodness.
yeah. I mean, I love them. I was watching them like way when I
Too
was like
young.
young.
Yeah, way too young. I'm sure.
But I'm like, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's
It's
the bomb.
awful, but it's fantastic.
What do you not? What do you not like about yourself?
But like,
No, I
no,
love that.
but I love Ryan Murphy shows.
Yeah, he's good.
Glee, American Horror Story. I've seen so many, if not all, of Ryan Murphy's shows. So of course,
Wow, funny.
Nip
Wow.
Tuck. And I've been watching Lie to Me. That's also on there. It's really good.
Oh, don't lie to me. Yes, I know that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was watching it years ago, but for some reason I never finished. I don't know why. I was probably too busy in life, and I just didn't finish it. So I've been rewatching Lie to Me. I think I'm like finished season 1, around season 2, something like that. I'm trying to remember. Other shows I'm watching, Westworld, keeping up with that.
Yes, I know. Yes. Okay.
Of course. Even though this season's kind of meh.
Right. It's not. The first season was amazing, of course. Second season kept me going. Second season was still good, kept me going. But
Second season's kind of a mind f of a show.
Yes.
But the third season is definitely different because the whole terrible fire that burned their location down. So I'm not really spoiling it for anybody, but like you finally get out of the world that they're in, that they've been in for the first 2 seasons, but the world that, like the regular world, it's so visually different because they lost their set. So it has to look like new agey technological world. And it's different because the location is so vastly and visually different. But I like it though. It's cool.
Yeah.
But so far this season hasn't really been like engaging. It's already been 3 episodes.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, I keep watching to see if something major happens.
Well, I feel like something will. They're getting there. Sometimes it's a slow burn. Yeah, usually it's a slow burn, maybe.
It's a slow burn of a show. But for some reason, I keep watching.
I have to ask you, are you not watching The Masked Singer?
No.
I love that show. Oh my God,
I probably would. And it was funny when I used to work on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yes.
They were in the same building. Like legitimately, Jane Lynch walked by me. I was like, "Hi."
I know we love Jane Lynch. Love her.
And I think she was there one episode. I saw Ken Jeong.
Yeah,
he's on there. He's the
best part of the show.
Yeah. I saw him when when it was filming. So like, cause they're literally in the same building.
Oh, really? Okay.
So there was a lot of overlap with Mass Singer and So You Think You
Oh,
Can
really?
Dance. So I haven't seen it, no, but I've seen the production of it
Oh,
behind the
okay.
scenes. So
Okay.
it's cool. Like
Yeah.
that's my little bit of Mass Singer.
Yes, that's here. I love it. I didn't watch the first 2 seasons. I thought this is the dumbest thing on earth. I got hooked. The Super Bowl hooked me because I watched Super Bowl and they did the whole show after the Super Bowl. And I got
Uh,
it. I was like,
yeah.
this season I'm invested now. Now I'm invested. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch it too. I found out who everybody's masked. I'm like, who else is masked?
Like who are they?
I've guessed three people correct so far. I guessed Dionne Warwick. I knew her voice. I'm like, that voice is so distinctive. Like she couldn't,
Iconic.
yeah, you couldn't hide that voice. Like someone's voice, you can't hide. Shaka Khan, her voice was very distinctive. Like you can't hide Shaka Khan's
Chaka.
voice. They tried a little bit, but it's like, no, girl, you're Shaka. I was like, hey, there's something there. Oh, you're Shaka, and you like the kind of music I like, so you would know the voice. You'd be like, that's Dionne Warwick, that's Shaka
Oh
Khan.
yeah, absolutely.
And
You
Lil
know,
Wayne.
oh Lil Wayne.
I
Oh,
guessed his voice. I actually like people don't know this. I like Lil Wayne. I actually know his songs. People are like, you know his song. I called it from the vet. Like, that's Lil Wayne. And he got it. But I didn't guess there's a chick. I don't know her. JoJo Siwa. She's
like
somebody, a medalist
is
or something.
she the blondish
Yes.
girl?
And I
Wait,
didn't know her. She
is
was
it the JoJo I'm thinking of? Cause I
not
just
the singer JoJo, but there's
no.
a gold
Oh,
medalist
okay.
named JoJo.
Oh, JoJo, the
So the
golden
Siwa is
medalist.
her name. I didn't know her, so everybody's like, "We love her." I'm like, "I don't know her." The
Nope.
Gronk was last night. So I
Who?
was like, the Gronk from Patriots, Rob Gronkowski, he was last night.
Oh,
I know him,
Gronkowski.
but I didn't guess him, but I know him. And there's one other person they had, Drew Carey. Didn't guess him. I'm like, that's Drew
Hmm.
Carey. I'm like, oh my God, I know he can sing. And it was very
Interesting.
interesting. I didn't so far. So now we got, and there's one other person I don't know who they were either. But I guess three of them so far. And now there's two I think I know who they are. One I think is a Backstreet Boy, and one I think is a New Kids on the Block kid. I think it's either Donnie
Oh,
Wahlberg
gee.
or what's his name? Um, the other one, whatever. I think I was thinking one was JC Chazez from NSYNC. I kept saying I think it's him, but now I don't think it's him. So I don't know. I don't think it's him.
Ooh,
It's, like,
I don't
it's
know.
really it's really crazy because
I'm
I
a
used to know more
BSB
than
fan.
I know you are. So I was like, I was trying to figure out like what I'm like. They give you clues, of course, and you kind of go, oh, okay. Boy, one said bye bye bye, and then I'm like, could that be it? I mean, that's in sync.
Well, you have like a 1 in 5 chance.
Yeah, right, exactly. You're like, is it Howard Ryan? Who is it? We know it's not Justin Timberlake, and I know it's not him.
No.
Which that'd be a good shock if it was him. It'd be kind of great. And then
But I feel like his personality would totally do it.
yes, yeah, I think
Like if you got the SNL version of JT doing Mass Singer, he'd be all in.
yeah, you're right about that. I didn't think about that. You're right. That'd be something he would be.
And he's quite the performer. Like, cause I saw JT last year in concert, and he's
Oh, you did?
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
really? Oh,
I surprised
wow.
my boyfriend with tickets to Justin Timberlake, and he had no idea, and I completely surprised him, and it was awesome. And JT's quite the performer.
Gave a show. He gave a show.
Yeah, like he was dancing. I was getting exhausted just watching him. He's dancing and singing. I'm like, boy, he has amazing conditioning.
I have to think these boy banders and all our girls, they must be in their late 30s, late 40s at this point now. They
Oh,
don't.
probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, I was a kid when they were big. I was
Yeah.
like a kid, preteen when they were big.
Well, I knew they were young. For me, they were younger than me, but they were. I'm thinking now they've been around for 20 years at this point. I mean, they've obviously. So I watched the Spice Girls the other day, my they were saying how I think the last one, I think Baby finally turned 40 or something like that. I was like, that's crazy. They're all in their 40s. They look good. I mean, they all look good. But it's just like, that was 20 years ago when, so much what
Right.
people really want. I mean, that came out 20 years ago,
I
basically.
never got into Spice Girls. You think I would, but
I
like
know why you
I
did.
never liked their music.
So
It's
glad.
weird.
They're
Yeah.
full power, they're empowerment.
Like I think I'm the only girl in the world who doesn't know all the lyrics to Wannabe. So
Yeah,
it's weird. You play that song, I probably wouldn't sing it.
at least you know it because you know how big they were. You do know the song,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, like I know of it, but I don't know the words to it.
I don't
It's so weird. Like I never got into them.
know. Funny. I love
I
that.
don't
Well, I
know.
thought that talk for today. We have to go to conversation another time, but I just wanted to start something out and So people that you're alive, you're doing okay, you're here,
I'm alive.
we're friends. You like you asking about us, we're
Are you
friends.
keeping active? I
I
can keep this conversation going. Are you keeping active?
Yes, I am.
No. Oh, like other than your planting and stuff?
Said because my my yard is very big, so I walk the perimeter. Because for folks who don't know this, I live next to an alley, and I have like bougainvillea covering and something I have open covering, but it's the length of almost a block, so I can actually walk all the way around. I do that throughout the day because I get up to the computer, like I say, you should go to the computer, and I
Hmm.
walk around. The weather's nice. In last 4 days it was hot. Last 4 days.
Yesterday was hot. No,
But
or yesterday was actually nice. It was 70 degrees.
there was the day before it was really hot. It was one of those days. It was really. I didn't wear shorts. I wore
Oh,
shorts
maybe.
the first time. It was really hot. But I live by the water, so it gets a little cooler here sometimes too. But anyway, so I walk the perimeter several times, and I feel good. I get the exercise. Like I've lost 10 pounds, and I'm making sure I'm moving around. I do a lot of gardening, so that does help with dexterity. Pulling weeds and moving plants around. I'm going to go out and do that today, pull some plants around, and reaching for the loquats. Trying to get the loquats. Reaching up there. So I'm
Reach.
reaching for the loquats, reaching for the loquats.
All right.
Um,
Stretch.
Correct. Well, but I do. I feel like I don't want to be just. I don't want to gain weight. I want to be healthy. And I was being. I was on a big walker. I walk everywhere. And
All
if I
right.
can't do that, my brain's like, you need to walk. And it tells you you need to walk, James. So I'll walk in the yard and I'll do that. Take
No,
pictures.
that's good.
What's
Yeah,
up.
I've been doing indoor yoga.
Oh, good.
With
Okay, good.
it's not really my style, but it's something to stretch.
Yeah.
Mostly because my boyfriend asked me to, so I did it. Um, it's it's not a workout for me. It was more like a warm up because I don't even break a sweat, and I'm the kind of hardcore cardio,
I know
like
you are.
go full out. Like what? Why you think I stayed skinny for so many years?
I know. I know you are.
Because I'm more of an intense. Oh my god, I'm gonna drop to you. You know,
Yeah.
kind of workout person. So the yoga's not really doing it for me. I did it like 3 times. I'm like, okay. Um, so I've been running outside again.
Good.
Only mostly on the days where it's nice out.
Yeah.
If it's cloudy, man, I'll do stretching. But yesterday I ran. It's nice. I did squats. You dance around for a little bit, play some good songs like Cupid Shuffle. I played the Cupid Shuffle
Left.
yesterday
Left.
and danced to that. It's still moving.
It is.
You're moving the body, you're breaking a sweat. So like that's my workout. Like I need to get my heart rate up to like at least 180 for 5 to 10 minutes to make it feel like it's a workout. I usually go for like half an hour, 45 minutes, but like hardcore hit. I'm a hit trainer.
Yeah.
So
My thing is, I didn't want to.
almost.
When I was palsy, I couldn't walk. That the first time I started walking 8 months later, my legs weren't used to it. I didn't like that feeling, so I was like, I'm gonna keep it going. So I like my legs. I like to be able to walk and not get tired after half a block. And I can tell people it's not my breath. It was my legs would like get tired and get sore. So I
Mhm.
just kept the legs going because I don't want anything. I hated that feeling of not being able to walk. And I was like, I want to walk. That's why I make sure I'm walking around so I can actually keep it going, circulation.
Right. And it's also the therapy you do afterwards, the muscle therapy, like foam rolling. We got a Theragun. It's the best thing
Okay.
ever. Oh my god. It's like seriously, where has it been my entire life? So I use the Theragun a lot and it's amazing. There was one time I was doing a film shoot for like I don't know. I think it was February. It was early February. I had to hold a big ENG camera. If people don't know, it's like the news camera on
Yeah.
your shoulder. It's at least 50 pounds, at least. And I'm a little person. That's half my weight. Um, so that's like on my shoulder and like killed all my muscles on my right side, my arm, my shoulder, like the lats and all that. And I couldn't move. I couldn't even lift my hand up to put the keys back in my car to drive away. Like it was awful. So I had Theragun that night for I don't know 20, 30 minutes, and I felt no pain the next day.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
That's
Like
good.
it's like literally the best investment you'll ever have. It's like $300, but it's amazing. It's so much worth all the physical therapy you do afterwards. It's amazing.
I take baths, and I do it all the time. I love a good bath, and I have good bath salts and bath products, and I soak. I love soaking, and I love soaking in almost hot water. I like it warm. And I luckily for me, I have a 6 foot tub. I'm 6 feet tall. My mother put it to a thing. God bless her. So I can actually
God bless her.
lay in the tub. I can lay fully in the tub, and it's so relaxing. And I turn to a prune, get out, I'm done. I feel good afterwards, and I lotion myself up, and I'm like, it feels good. You have to moisturize too, folks. Moisturize is so good.
I moisturize every single day.
You should, folks, because I could.
And coconut oil.
Well, now that yes, hey, that's right,
Hey,
girl.
hey.
But especially now because we're washing our hands a lot and stuff that everything. I notice my hands are drier today. So I'm making sure I just always put. I don't have it sitting next to me. I usually have stuff sitting next to me, but I'm like, lather it on, lather it on.
Oh, you know what's also good for moisturizing if you don't have like expensive moisturizer? You know what I do? I have it right here. I have
Oh yeah. Well,
petroleum jelly and also vitamin E.
I was gonna say, I heard about vitamin E. Yeah.
Mix it together. This is like amazing. I put like a little dabs. I did this on the like not my face because I have a different moisturizer for my face. How do you know,
Nice.
gotta look nice. But the vitamin E is like good for the hands, legs, other body parts. This is the oil, vitamin E oil. It's cheap. It's only like $6.
Well, and even if you have like the vitamin E pill, I mean the vitamins, the one you could put a prick in it and actually squeeze the oil out of that too.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that.
No, I suppose
I'm
they
I'm
have,
a straight
yeah.
E oil. Let it sink
Take
and absorb.
vitamin E, like you can actually prick it open and squeeze it out, and you'd actually have the oil in there too. It still works.
Oh yeah, there you go. That works. That works.
Diverse.
Yeah,
But no, I
and
do.
of course your coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Thank you, Michelle Stafford. We love
Thank
you.
you, Michelle. She's
Every time the other
amazing.
day, hanging in there. But no, her Skin Nation, SkinNation.com. Her
Skin
stuff,
Nation's fantastic.
it really does work, and it's not tested on animals, and it's clean and good clean products, and she's very mindful of stuff. But her stuff does work. It's like not a joke. It does work. And anybody I've given it to, they're like, James, this stuff is amazing. I know. My friend,
Why not? How do
believe.
you think we have nice skin?
Yeah, my skin. I mean, seriously, I have smooth skin. Trust. People don't
Right.
understand. Please really go to SkinNation.com. Yes, that Michelle Stafford from Young and the Restless. That's who I'm talking about. So thanks, Phyllis. But
And
she's
she's super sweet too.
very nice. I mean, very real person, very sweet. She just told me she loved me the other day. We were talking on online, and she's a great person. So, but her stuff is good. She gave me stuff to give to her. She's like, "Give this to your girl." And I gave her the oil. So that's nice. Love that.
And it's the
So I don't know
best.
if I need it. I just tell her, she gives it to me. She's like, "Yeah, you need more products." But I do promote her stuff and say, "Yes, SkinNation.com. Go
Yep.
there and check out all her products." And you need to moisturize your face. You need to moisturize your skin. It's very important. It dries out. Then you get skin irritations and rashes because we don't do that, and it's a great thing to
Yeah,
do.
and the best time to do it is right after a shower or bath because your pores are open.
Yes.
It's all the heat. The pores are open, and that's when you moisturize. And so by the time you cool off and dry off, then the pore is closed, and you already have the moisturizer in. Boom.
Yes. People like to
Moisturizing 101.
I know totally. And people love it. I think it's very important, especially now because we're washing our hands a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
no dry skin, no lizard skin. No lizard skin.
No.
In my hand. They look good. I have baby hands. I think my baby hands. I'm 51 almost. My hands are 20.
There you go. Dude, my nails are like, this is so random. I love this conversation. So
Yeah.
random. My nails are getting long. I had to cut them because usually they're like they're shorter and they're chipped because I'm always working with my hands. Like
Yes, you are.
I'm
Always
tearing things. I'm typing. Like my nails are always like chipped but now like because I'm not working, my nails are getting like super long. I had to trim them. I'm like, what the hell?
so funny. So are you going to try to? I mean, I know people have been talking about this the whole care of yourself, hair, nails getting painted. Like now, those things are not open. You can't really go get your hair did or your nails did.
No.
So
Well, I always took care of my hair.
yeah, but I'm saying now that you have nails, you're
But
like nails.
I was, yeah, but no, like, I mean, I've always had long nails every once in a while, but they always chip,
Yeah.
because, I'm just constantly working. But the thing is that, like, I never was really into painting the nails, so, like, my
Okay.
nails are fine. It's just more shaping them.
Are you gonna paint them?
No, because I don't have nail polish.
Oh, sure. Okay. I guess you never paint them. I guess you would.
I'm not a girl's girl.
You're not. I used to nail polish in my house, but it's too late.
I used to do it when I was, like, a kid, teenager, all the time, but
That's so
as
funny.
a working adult, I don't have the time to paint my nails. I mean, that's actually a terrible excuse because I have time to do other creative stuff. But I don't know. I was never really into my nails.
You're like, You're like, that's an excuse. I could do it if I wanted to. But you're,
That's not an excuse. No, like I never was really like, oh my god, I gotta paint my nails.
yeah, yeah,
I was never that kind of person.
yeah. That's true. You're not a girly girl. You like girl stuff, but you're not a girly girl.
No,
Right. But you like girl stuff. You're a
no,
girl.
no.
You like girl stuff.
Yeah, I like everyone like moisturizing. I'm big
Yeah,
on skincare,
yeah.
but I don't know. It's not about everything. I mean, you'll never see me in a dress unless
I
it's
saw you one
super super
time, and I
important.
was
You
shocked.
did.
One
You
time.
did once,
Once. I have a
and
picture somewhere
we've known each other for years, and you only see me once.
in a dress. That's so funny. I know.
It's the case. My boyfriend has only seen me in a dress once too. So, yeah,
Well,
I
nowadays,
never wear
like,
a dress.
I mean, other than, you don't really do a lot of things that you wear a dress anyway. I mean, and wearing a dress is a choice. There are folks who just wear dresses and some who wear, pants, but like, you don't really do anything that's major that way anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of times I was climbing up in chairs and stuff. I can't wear a dress when I'm climbing up on a chair
No,
or when I'm holding a camera, like a big expensive camera. Nah.
yeah.
I was like, I think pants are way more practical. They're way more comfortable, and I like them a lot
And
more.
a hosting
You
thing.
know, they're more fun to wear.
Well, also as a hosting thing too, we're only seen from the waist up, so it didn't
Waist up.
matter. It didn't matter what you're wearing below. I mean, not really. I mean, it's rare a time that you would actually see the bottom half, so you have to wear dresses or anything. You just make sure your top is pretty, and
All
that's
right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like my whole wardrobe is just tops, and I have like 4 jeans, and that's it. And I have like 2 pairs of sneakers or tennis shoes
yes,
because no one's looking at your feet. People are looking up at your face. No one cares
no,
about your feet. I could give 2 craps about what
yeah,
you're wearing. I
yeah,
don't care.
that's true. We see some folks that come in there all decked out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, good for you.
I know it's like, okay, no one's gonna
But
see all that, but I'm like, at least this
it's
up is
only
good.
this. It's this half that matters.
Exactly, like I'm doing right now. I'm wearing sweats below this. I've been
The
wearing.
same here. I
Yeah.
have my fuzzy black pants on.
Hey, I got black pants on too. Oh, I love these.
Really?
These are my really comfortable.
Oh,
For
nice.
my black pants, these are my comfortable pants. I got these like 4 years ago at Ross, and I
Nice.
love them. They're like $9.99, and they're so comfortable.
Nice. I got these pants at a meat swap,
Oh, that's
or
a swap
at a
meet.
meat swap, or like what's it called? Swap meet. That's it.
Swap meet. You got
That
meat.
one.
You got meat for your pants. Yes.
Yeah, that word.
Yes.
Um,
Swap meet.
I got it at a swap meet on a Saturday in like May, so it's almost been a year. $10.
See?
It's the best, and I never take them off until like I actually have to.
Same here. And these are thick. These are so thick. That's why I love them. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
these are
they're
like
warm.
these are the first things I change back into
They're warm.
when
They're warm.
I come back.
Well, thanks, Marissa, for coming
Amazing.
on and doing this
Well,
with me.
thanks, James, for
We'll,
talking to me
we'll do it again. We're going to do it again. So
and reminding me I still have friends in the world.
you do have friends. I'm here. I love you. You have friends. I'm here. We just can't see each other. Remember, it was just so
Yeah.
funny, folks. Right before the virus, the whole safer at home, I had contacted you, and we were going to have lunch the
Yeah.
next week, but they shut everything down.
To shut everything
I
down.
would come to
Yeah,
Beverly
we
Hills
had
to
made
see you.
plans. We are like, let's do Tuesday
Yes.
in the morning or like in
Yes.
the morning afternoon. I was like, great, I get off for lunch at this time. And like
Oh,
we
yeah.
had it all scheduled.
I was like,
And
wait a
they
minute, you're in
literally
Beverly
shut
Hills.
everything down.
I was like, wait a minute, you're in Beverly Hills. I can come see you in Beverly Hills. Like, I was like, hello, I'm not that far away. And we talked
Yeah,
about
shoot.
talked
I could
about it.
run to you if I wanted to.
Right. We talked
Um,
about it. And I was like, and we totally were setting up a plan. We had a day and everything, and then all that stuff happened and it cut it out.
it shut down like seriously 5 days later.
It's so weird. I know, it's so weird. I
Yeah.
think plans with a lot of people that next week, and all of a sudden it was like, no, you're not seeing nobody. You ain't
No.
seeing nobody in
No,
person.
it's amazing how quickly the plans of all of the world changed within like 5 days.
And yeah, I agree with you. Completely agree with you. It was the craziest.
Yeah, because that was what, Tuesday, Wednesday when we were talking. We were planning it for a week later.
Yep.
But like literally that Thursday, Friday is when they shut everything down. Like 3 days later. It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was
The
done
world changed in like a matter of 5 days.
in an instant. In the big scheme, it was like in an instant. It just completely, everything shut down. It was like, and that's it. I was like, oh, well, all my plans I had to cancel everything. And it's like, but we were going to meet in person. We were literally going, I was like, you're in LA. I mean, that's,
We were
okay,
gonna-
I can do that.
We were going to mingle.
So when it's all over, we'll get together, obviously, when it's all over. But we'll
Yeah.
do this again. We'll do another one of these for you guys out there. We'll do another video. I'm doing videos all the time now. And Marisa, tell folks so they can find you on social media.
Well, you can't really because I'm not like really active.
Yeah,
But everything's still at Serafini TV.
it's okay. So you're on there. You're on
That's
there
it.
once in a while. You do post a few
Every
things.
once in a while.
Just
I,
let
I
people.
only posted a picture, and this was like the first time I posted in, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months, because our good friend Tiana, she tagged me in something.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
like normally I never get tagged in stuff because people don't think to tag me because I'm normally not the person to do anything.
yes,
I'll
that's
like
true.
I'll be tagged and like let it go. But she tagged me. I was like, this is a good time to remind people I'm still alive. So
Yes,
I posted a picture,
I love it.
and that was it. I do still do Instagram stories.
You do.
It's like
I saw. I saw you just
yeah,
recently. We just
like
went to different.
that's the only thing I've really been doing,
Yeah,
and I only tweet when Calls the Heart comes on
yeah.
because I have like given up Twitter so much because that was something I had to do
You for
because of
AfterBuzz.
work, because
Yeah,
of AfterBuzz, and now I don't do it anymore.
yeah.
I don't have obligations to it anymore.
You don't. You don't. I understand
So,
that. I understand that.
and
But
Twitter's
posting.
exhausting.
Yeah.
I was never big on Facebook, but
Okay.
I'm on there too. You can stalk me and my family. They're on there. They're the ones who are always tagging me. I'm like,
Yes.
why are you tagging me? I'm not even there.
Right.
I'm the one that's always missing because I'm the one in California, but everyone's still in Illinois.
In the
But
Midwest.
like they tag me, and it's mostly nice things. They're like, "Wish you were here, Marissa." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I wish I was there too." But stuff like that. I don't know. Go stalk my family. They're more interesting than I am.
And I, of course, I'm James Lott Jr. You can find me where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold at James Lott Jr. and all social media platforms. Follow me on TikTok. I'm a star apparently on TikTok. I have a
Oh, there you
million
go.
people following me. I don't know why. And I don't do dancing videos. I don't do silliness. I actually do informative videos on organizing, life coaching. And I post things on Star Wars, being left-handed, being a Taurus, and being a Gen Xer. Those are the 5 things I post on there. And apparently they're
Nice.
making
I
me
love Star Wars.
popular. So yes, I love Star Wars. I post all Star
I
Wars.
love Star Wars. I've always loved Star Wars. I read like all the Star Wars New Generation
Oh yes,
books.
there you go. Yes.
Like I've been playing the Star Wars Battlefront on PS4 every single day. Like no, I
See,
love Star Wars, don't you?
see. So follow me
Like
at the Star Wars Army.
that love is
Yeah,
never
same here. Same here. So follow me there, James Lott Jr. And everybody stay safe and sane.